everyone, welcome to the ninth class video lesson. Today we are going to start the topic the gas laws. Gas laws are the laws by which we can explain the behavior of gases under given conditions of temperature and pressure. In this video we will study about Boyle's law. The first quantitative relationship between the volume and pressure of a gas was studied experimentally by Robert Boyle in 1662. He found that with the increase in pressure on gas, its volume decreases, and with the decrease in pressure on gas, its volume increases. On this basis, he gave the law known as Boyle's law. Boyle's law states that temperature remaining constant, volume of a given mass of a gas is inversely proportional to the pressure exerted on it. So if V is the volume of given mass of a gas at pressure P and temperature T, therefore according to Boyle's law we can write that V is inversely proportional to P. Now if we have to change the sign of proportionality into equal to, then the equation will become V equal to K by P, where K is a constant. From this equation we get PV equal to K. So it means the product of pressure and volume is equal to constant at constant temperature for a given mass of gas. Now let V1 be the volume of a given mass of a gas at pressure P1 and at temperature T. Therefore, according to Boyle's law, we get P1 multiplied by V1 equal to constant, that is K. Mark this equation as first equation. Keeping the temperature constant, let V2 be the volume of the same mass of gas at a pressure P2. Then again according to the Boyle's law, we get P2 multiplied by V2 equal to constant K. Mark this equation as second equation. In first equation we have P1 into V1 equal to K, and in second equation we have P2 into V2 equal to K. So from these two equations we get P1 into V1 equal to P2 into V2. This relationship is called Boyle's law equation. Therefore, we can also state the Boyle's law as temperature remaining constant, the product of pressure and volume of a given mass of a gas is constant. This law can be verified experimentally also. Here, one manometer is connected to the vessel containing gas. Manometer is the instrument used to measure pressure of a gas. It consists a U-shaped tube containing mercury usually. One limb of the tube is longer than the other. It obtains pressure in terms of height of mercury in the column. More is the pressure, more will be the height of mercury in column. When the weight W is kept on the lid of the vessel, then the volume occupied by the gas is 600 cubic centimeter and the pressure recorded for this value of volume is equal to 200 centimeter of mercury. When on the same setup, two equal weights are kept, then it is found that the volume decreases to 300 cubic centimeter and its pressure increases to 400 centimeter of mercury. So we can conclude from here that more is the weight, lesser is the volume and vice versa. When the weight W is kept on the lid, then the pressure is P. When weight 2W is there, then the pressure doubles itself, that is it becomes 2 into P. Thus we can say that increase in weight results in increase in pressure. So more is the weight, more is the pressure and vice versa. And we know that weight is a force, therefore we can say that greater is the magnitude of the force acting on a gas, more is the pressure and less is the volume. With the increase in pressure, the volume decreases because the molecules come closer and occupy less space on applying pressure. The volume of a gas at any pressure as obtained from the graph also proves that at constant temperature, the product of pressure and volume of a given mass of gas is constant, that is, it does not changes. When the volume of a gas is plotted against different values of pressure, then we obtain this kind of curve.